How's up, y'all? It's Poppin' It's D. Boss reacts to this vid. This is Zombies of Nairobi. This sounds crazy. It says the story of Kenya's liquid drugs and their impact on street children. We take you among Nairobi's street kids turned into zombies by lethal sniffing drugs such as glue and jet fuel, which they inhale hundreds of times every day. These drugs mess with their brain function and transforms them into junkies incapable of controlling their mind and body. This sounds wild. We're about to see what's going on here. Also, side note, some people have made little comments like, oh, when you react to African videos, it's always negative. First off, I don't pick any of these videos. Let's be clear. I don't pick any of these videos. Patreon doesn't either. I don't know where that misconception came from. But y'all who leave comments over here pick these videos, okay? If you want more positive videos surrounding Africa, then request them. That's how this works. You have to request the videos, and then I watch them based on requests. I love Africa, okay? I've been several times. It's amazing. I've always talked about my positive experiences in Africa. So nobody's trying to paint Africa in a bad light, blah, blah, blah. That's not what's happening. All right? People are weird. Anyway, let's see what's happening with this video, though. Let's watch.
Hey, rafiki yangu. Wewe. Habari yako?
Oh my goodness.
We are entering a city within the city. It's not a physical place. It has no borders. It's rather an hallucination inhabited by tens of thousands of kids. A dark, obscure, and brutal place, hidden inside many plastic bottles. If you open them and sniff what's inside, you'll wake up in a world of zombies. This is the story of the zombies of Nairobi.
Oh, dear. It's a real-life documentary. Toxicity.
This is one of Nairobi's many dump sites. This place is surreal. If you were here now, you would feel the smell of shit and trash piled up throughout the years. Our journey into the city of zombies starts here. The desperate who live in this place obsessively inhale the fumes of a yellow liquid that they carry around everywhere. They're intoxicated. They're hungry.
Nini? Glue. Na itafanya nini? Kama utavuta glue, itafanya nini? Kwa nini unatumia gamu? Stress ya nini?
Maisha, mashida za hope. Yeah. Kuna ukivuta lazima ukuwe na morali ya kazi na mentality kwanza inapotenga ya njaa.
I don't know if they're speaking Swahili. I've been to Kenya, not Nairobi though. I was in Mombasa and they were speaking Swahili. So I don't know if that's what they're speaking.
Of the garbage hill.
It sounds kind of different
from what I remember. Trash piles next to a group of marabous.
But they be speaking several languages.
Walking on the back of a foul-smelling monster that occupies the center of a neighborhood, inhabited by a number of animals, insects, bacteria, and human beings who make a living collecting stuff on top of it. None of them walk without their glue. Many of them are so dazed that they experience brain blackouts, passing out for a few minutes.
Unasikia nini? Unasikia nini?
The solvents inside the glue can cause effects similar to a hangover. It's a depressant substance that can cause loss of concentration and lack of coordination. But it can also induce hallucinations and transform you into a very hostile and aggressive person. The guys around us are friendly, but also very unstable.
What happened to you?
This, knife. My friend, I took somebody, money,
nachukua naweka kwa mfuko yangu, ananinyang'anya, si tunaanza kupigana. Ulikuwa navuta gum, yani venye unavuta gum, yani na kuuse mind, yani gum ikanipa mariziki ya tumbo.
Lakini katika siku moja unaweza kupata pesa ngapi?
Nitapata 150.
1.5 years are enough just for something to eat once a day, and for a quarter of a bottle of glue. One of the most popular drugs among Kenya's 300,000 homeless children. 60,000 of them live here in Nairobi.
We're going to show you how easy it is to buy glue in Nairobi in a slum. This is Evans, he's 13 years old. He's been sniffing glue for so many years already. There's a shoemaker over there. He's going to go and get it and come back.
The boy walks inside the shack. And moments later, there he is.
See, now he's got it. He's bought it for 20 shillings. Look at it. Very easy.
We empty his bottle and let him go.
Okay, asante.
Aware of the fact that he's going to get some more glue within a few minutes. What's absurd is that everything happens in broad daylight. The slums are full of shoemakers who don't care about making a few bucks selling glue to street children.
Mtoto moja amekuja hapa na amenunua gamu. Kwa nini unauza gamu na watoto wa mitaani?
Unashona viatu, kutengeneza viatu repair, weka sol.
No, you're a drug dealer.
See, even when the evidence is there, they deny it.
Like many African metropolises, Nairobi is a city that wears you out. Millions of people survive on an economy of small things. Old, second-hand, and patched-up stuff. Welcome to the world below $1 a day. If you make it, good for you. Otherwise, it's your fucking problem. And once the youth sees opportunities being stripped from them day after day, you know what might come next. Violence.
This is a tunnel in Nairobi where a gang of robbers lives. They use mainly knives and machetes.
This is my injury.
Why were you fighting?
I fight for my life.
What do you do for a living?
Conqueror, baby, happen.
He lucky they ain't trying to rob him.
Unaishi kwa wakati gani katika mtani?
He getting real close to
206. Maybe
them who admitting to robbing people.
Oh,
that's regular looking.
Nairobi's underground tunnels are full of desperate kids. This guy, who lost his right arm in an accident, pulls out a plastic bottle.
Like this one.
The liquid inside it is transparent. It looks like water, but it's not. It's a toxic inhalant that has become very popular here over the past few years. It's called mafuta ndege, jet fuel. It's composed by hydrocarbons, especially kerosene, plus chemical additives such as icing inhibitors to make sure the fuel doesn't freeze at the low temperatures above 30,000 feet. It's highly toxic and very, very cheap. In the southeastern suburbs, not far from Jomo Kenyatta Airport, it has become the drug of choice for many street children who seek a quick relief from stress and anxiety. It's sufficient to just pour some liquid on a small rag and inhale it, to be immediately hit by a rapid sequence of dizziness, vertigo, and hallucinations. Yet exactly like glue, it lasts only for a few minutes. In order to get a lasting effect, the young jet fuel junkies need to sniff hundreds of times a day. Cardiovascular collapse and respiratory distress are the most common consequences. Not to mention the frequent brain blackouts, which can cause devastating damage. This boy is so stoned that basically he just fell and he hit his head. Umenunua nini?
Mlango kubwa. Kuna mali mtu anajificha anauza.
So, who's this dealer hiding in the area of Mlango Kubwa? After a few phone calls, we're told where he lives.
We're entering now Mlango Kubwa, one of the most dangerous areas in Nairobi, and one of the most dangerous in Africa.
He real bold.
Another reason to be careful is that a number of Islamist militants with the Al-Shabaab group live here. At the end of the road, there is a small square where a group of boys and girls bizarrely stares at us. They look lost.
This is an area where a lot of drug addicts meet. Most of these kids sniff glue and some of them use jet fuel as well. Let's go.
Their dealer lives in this barrack, and once inside, we're stunned. We find ourselves face to face with an old polymilitic who shows us his best merchandise, jet fuel. He tells us he gets it from intermediaries who steal it from the airport or the companies producing it.
60 shillings. This one.
Unajua kitambo walikuwa wanapenda gamu, lakini siku hizi wameturn kwa hii.
How many children come here to buy? Every day, I mean.
More than 100.
Damn.
What's the point of selling this if you know that it damages children so much?
Unajua wakati hiyo tukiuza, unajua sasa, unajua
problems
una otherwise ya kupata hii pesa. Sasa inabidi tu unafanya tu for the sake of money.
You're not afraid that police will come and arrest you?
You bribe them with 500 and then they go away.
Aluda.
Once out of his barrack, we find ourselves in a waking nightmare. What's freaking us out is that it really feels like being surrounded by zombies. Guys who have gone mad and who try to talk to us, even though it's impossible to understand what they're saying. We feel very, very uneasy.
As you should.
Hii ni mtoto wako?
Oh no.
Ngoja, guarda. Bambino gioca con la bottiglia piena di colla. Hii ni nini?
Hii moja ni glue.
Ni glue. Lakini sio nzuri kwa mtoto. Mtoto anatumia glue.
Hapana.
Lakini wewe unavua.
I want us people to help us.
Wherever we look, we see eyes at half-mast, lips sucking from bottles, catatonic or hostile expressions.
What about your stomach?
Until Mark, our guide through this living hell, warns us.
We have to go. Why?
No cameras. I'm seeing a different movie.
I think we have to go now because the situation is getting out of hand. So we need to leave. Wait. Yeah. Let's go. Hey, okay. Sorry. Let's go.
We follow his instructions and we walk away, a bit shaken by the place we've just seen. These kids are unpredictable. Some of them follow us.
Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, good. No. Wait. Easy. Take it easy.
He crazy as hell being here. It's like their worst neighborhood. He said it's one of the worst neighborhoods in all Africa.
Let's go. Let's move the car now, please.
Nairobi is full of zombie towns like Mlango Kubwa. This is Kayole, another junkie area where many street children meet. Among them, there are many single mothers.
Mtu anavutanga kwa jia stress, kwa jisa zingine umefungia nyumba, unalala nje, utafanya nini? Utamwangalia lazima uvute, umwangalie na mtafute kitu ya kukula.
She's sniffing that stuff, and at the same time, I'm wondering how is she gonna take care of this baby?
The young boys and the girls are given the glue to sleep.
So the mom can go out and loiter, look for men to fuck them and give them money. Nowhere to sleep, nowhere to eat, nowhere, nothing. Look the way he looks like.
Look at her.
He's pregnant.
She don't have her.
That's much nowhere.
It is almost impossible to raise a child with no husband, no family, no help, no home, no money, and an obsessive solvent addiction. Many of these kids end up wandering around like stray dogs. Steve is one of them.
Mama yako anajua kwamba wewe unavuta misi.
Lakini alinipatanga siku moja, nikagoa kama mnyama, nikaskiji, nikahopa, nikahepa nyumbani. Kutoroka nyumbani, nikaanza kulala na akina skidi. Akina skidi, akadonesha mafomu. Sasa nikazoea.
Steve and his friends survive collecting trash. Once they've got enough, they sell it for a few shillings to some intermediaries who then sell it back to bigger collecting centers. With a few coins he made, he and his friends can get themselves some stuff. The moment later, there he is, with a bottle of jet fuel in his hand.
Good.
When you're only 11 years old, the word consequence isn't part of your vocabulary yet. Intoxicating yourself with kerosene is just a game like any other.
This is microphone. Lakini hakuna kitu naimba. Lakini wakamzae joka.
Na unasikia nini?
Mimi nasikia steam, hebu vuta kiasi. 2,000. Lakini si mbaya.
Ni mbaya sana.
Ya mara ya kwanza ndio mtu uko hoa, lakini ukivuta mara ya pili ya tatu,
He's like, you'll get used to it.
Kuja bezi yetu na kufundisha hadi kuchemba.
Kids like Steve grew up in an unstable and violent environment.
Stay with us,
Theft,
you'll get used to
fight,
it.
and prevarication are constantly all around you. And if you get hurt, no one gives a shit.
Umefanya nini hapa?
Mimi iko bwana na gari.
Umeenda daktari?
Sijaenda.
Kwa nini?
Sina pesa.
Without money, you have to make do. Because this city doesn't give you anything. It just takes and takes and takes. Especially when you meet some of the many corrupt cops standing at the side of the road. All they want is your money. It's from them that Steve and his friends must hide when the sun goes down. In order to find them, we have to go and look in the slums.
We are in the outskirts of Nairobi, and this is one of the areas where street children come and sleep. Na umefanya miaka mingapi katika barabara?
Katika barabara? Miaka 3, maisha mabaya. Haja tena bezi ni kubaya. Watu wanapigana na machupa. Juu unaweza kufia kwa bezi ama ushikwe.
Unalala wapi?
It's really unbelievable. I mean, he's sleeping in this very small tunnel. Like an army of rats, street children sneak into these tunnels to spend the night. No one cares about them, except an Italian organization called Amani, which has been active for years all over Nairobi to provide hundreds of kids at least 2 hot meals a week. The luckiest of them get a golden opportunity too. A chance to get away from streets, glue, and jet fuel and build their own future. A boy like Steve doesn't go unnoticed.
He's young, smart, and he's got potential.
And most importantly, chemical solvents haven't messed with his brain yet.
Therefore, Amani has decided to make him an offer.
Oh,
to move
good.
into the Kivuli Center, where tens of young boys and girls like him are rescued, fed, and sent back to school.
I love it.
Nilikuja kusema asante. Ameniona nikafurahia. Nikaenda kubariki. Na nilikuwa mzee. Alikuchaza kula mimi. Unaweza pata homa kama mimi sasa niko na homa ya baridi usiku. Naona hapa ni pazuri. Hata kukinyesha kwezi ingia maji.
Hakuwezi ingia maji. Then uruke kwa wengine tuone vile utalala.
wengine tunalala kwa vumbi.
Kwa vumbi.
Wengine wanalala kwa mawe. Kama nyasi unaona ngadi. Ukinyesha. Sasa watu wanamkanga usiku wanaenda kukaa.
Wewe unaenda ndio hiyo. Ndio wagombi Kila mtu ambaye hadi.
Oh, I love it.
Da 20 anni a questa parte siamo in Kenya per sostenere progetti sociali per il recupero dei bambini di strada. Io quando vado a vedere i bambini di strada la prima cosa che mi viene da pensare è non c'è futuro. Nel momento in cui i bambini entrano nel centro e mangiano e hanno tutto ciò che gli serve per vivere, lasciano anche con una certa facilità l'uso delle droghe. Conosco molti di loro che oggi lavorano, hanno studiato, sono arrivati fino all'università e oggi per esempio uno di loro da che sniffava colla o sniffava carburante per aerei, oggi per esempio lavora in banca.
Nikitumia kuna senye nakanga chini nafikiriaje. Hii kitu nilifanyanga best yangu akakufa. Nikisa nimeona chance ni mzuri ya kuacha.
Many other children can be rescued from the streets and from Nairobi's devastating liquid drugs. The NGO Amani for Africa takes care of them. We have witnessed how they work in the field. If you want to help out, you can make a donation. Here is how you can find them.
Wow, this was devastating. It sucks that they feel like they have to turn to drugs because they feel like, oh, my life already sucks. Why not? Like that chick said, she's like, I'm already stressed. I got anxiety, so might as well get high to provide some type of escape. That's a very common thing, though, in every part of the world. People will get drunk, get high because they're trying to escape their reality. So this really sucks, but at least they're able to help some of the kids. So that was nice to see. I definitely want to go back to Kenya, though, and visit Nairobi. I was primarily in Mombasa. I had a great time there, though. Some of y'all probably saw on my Instagram story. I was like, I love it here. It's lit. Like, I had a good time. And I have friends who also went to Nairobi, and they had a good time as well. But, yeah, obviously I won't go to bad areas of Nairobi. I was walking around by myself in Mombasa a few times. I remember I was looking for this beauty supply store for a while. I couldn't find it. I was walking around trying to figure out where it was. And I never felt unsafe. I never felt like I was in danger or people were looking at me weird or plotting on me or anything like that. So, but I was in a regular part of town. You know, I wasn't in a bad area. So you just have to do research ahead of time, obviously, you know, when you're visiting a new country to see where the safer areas are. I just want to throw that out there because I know people will see videos like this and be like, oh, I never want to go there. But it's like, this is a big ass city. Like, this is not everywhere. It does not look like this everywhere. Like, they have, you know, clubs, they got grocery stores. It's a regular city, but there are just really, really bad areas of a lot of these cities. So you just have to be careful about where you go. But anyway, this was really sad to see, though. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Let me know what other videos you're going to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!